Hello and welcome, Pocket Watch here, and it's about time for another episode of IO. Let's continue. Last time we got to meet with the weird guy again. Somehow he knew us, and we had backstory with Sakuya as well. Some weird stuff happened, and now we are back home, so we can relax, right? Right? We'll see. Sakuya was supposed to splitting up until the very end, saying, "I'm worried about you, so let's be together." But I walked her home, managed to calm her down, and went back home by myself. The plants in the living room seems to be wilting. Do I have to take care of them in the dad's place? Yeah, he's like, I think like dad said that he's like going away for a few days or something, right? I don't remember exactly. You can remind me in the comments actually about that. I think like dad said that he's going away for some time. Actually, no, wait. He didn't say anything. He just went to work. There was a note that we never read. Yeah. Yeah, okay. No, I was wrong. He never said that he went anywhere for a few days. But there is a note that we didn't read. So, is this note still there? Probably, right? So, are we going to read this sooner or later? I already have my hands full, as it is taking as it is taking care of the cactus, of course. Maybe I should give the decorative plants to Sakuya. I think about this while watering the plants when something gently falls from the table. Dad's letter, yeah, okay, so we actually get to read this finally, or we are going to still ignore it. The one that was left on the table, and the thing I've been doing everything I can to keep from entering the consciousness, entering my consciousness. I timidly extend my hand. Okay. It seems that it wasn't sealed. There's something slips out. Something slips out of envelope. Of course, the white folded object is obviously the letter, but there's something else with it. Oh? Good luck? Interesting. That gave this to me? Those green pressed leaves led my mind to the confusion once more. A molecular biologist believed in the superstition that this is a good luck charm. By the way, once, I don't remember how old I was, very long time ago, I was a kid, I found actually 4-leaf clover. Like actually. That was one time I ever found one. They actually exist. And it was like in my garden actually. In the same place when I live right now. Because I still live in the same place basically. A molecular biologist believes in the superstition that this is a good luck charm. I timidly try to read the contents of the letter. Okay, what's in the letter? Okay. This is what I've been like kind of worried about. Like what did dad left in the letter? Because he's been weird and we ignored the letter while going to school, let's say. Dear Hinata, the object enclosed in this letter will become the final key to solving a certain mystery. The clover? Okay. It was grown in a place you and Mutsuki know well. If something happens to me, then I leave the family to you. I may not have done anything for you, but even so you are a man. One day you will probably understand what it is that I'm trying to do. Trying to save your son? Protect your family? Something like that? Interesting. So he's involved in some dangerous stuff. Ah. Why Clover is important? In the last 2 years, I've used all means possible to investigate what happened to Mutsuki. Oh! The police never took the whole thing seriously, saying that running away from home for a long period of time isn't much of a crime. I know I said grim things to persuade myself back then, but I believe my daughter is alive somewhere. You seem to think the same. After all said and done, the two of you are twins. You've noticed something I haven't known? When I said that your mother's medical treatment was progressing, that was true. Oh, they're preparing to do surgery now for the purpose. Oh, actually his mother is getting better, okay. I wonder why his mother is actually in the hospital. That was never stated. We just know that Mutsuki left the house. Did the mother just got like some trauma from this? Or she actually got some accident? Actually never got to know that. Also, I have a few honest comments that may trouble you about Kawahara Sakuya-san. Oh? Whom you know very well. It would be extremely comforting if I could just simply say I can get along with her, much like her father, but the situation is more complex than I think. I've never distrusted her pleasant disposition, not one bit. I think she's a wonderful girl with a good personality. The problem lies elsewhere. You might think I've lost my mind when you read these following words, but I feel like there's a somewhat unnatural part about her very existence itself. You've probably realized this too. Okay, I'm listening. So I just have one piece of advice about the things I just said. Awaken Hinata. Accept everything. Your talents are analyzing and reasoning, so discover the truth. Mitsushiko Shamash. That's his nickname probably or something. Huh. Huh. Clover. If something happens to me. So he did went away to find Mutsuki. Also awaken, find the truth. But yeah, he's right about Sakuya. She was weird. Like, she forgot stuff when she was a child. Like, how, like, in general, like she's weird. But everything is about bunnies. I mean, she's like normal at school and stuff, like everything's normal, but since like last episode when we had the backstory, I didn't feel weird about her. Like, more weird than usual. I can move for a short while, even though every single word of the letter is entering my brain, like photons forming a photograph. I can understand their meaning. No, something is preventing me from understanding it. I try rereading it countless times, the important words flicker into my mind one by one. Mutsuki, Mom, Sakuya? And then he say to rely on Yoi-sensei if anything happens? Why am I shaking so much? Because it's something left by Dad, who rarely talks. So why did he leave such a worldly letter behind after he left? It feels like something's grabbing into my heart, like I've been hit on the head with a crowbar. Accept everything. In that case, is that telling me to accept the subtle will in this letter? So like, accept that your sister escaped, basically, or like left? Accept that this is not your fault? I don't know what else, like something at school maybe? I accept everything. This is very vague. Accept everything. Like, what should I accept? Like, Sakuya feelings towards me? Because she obviously likes us. Should we accept that? Interesting. I hear the sound of the word coming away, even if it's buzzing, as nothing more than the sound of my inner ear reacting to a blood flow there. It's the same to me as the end of this word. Can I do something, even though I'm nothing more than a high schooler? This morning I was chased about by this weird man who drove a jet black supercar. Just what is going on around me? Yeah, we have to accept that there's like one guy that's trying to murder us. For some reason. Tell me, Dad, why couldn't you talk to me? Why did you leave something so important in the letter? Now I can't ask you anything, can I? Oh, we just got negative vision. What? The box changed color too. Now then, were you trying not to see him? Or trying not to talk to him? Which was it? This perspective changed. This is someone else speaking or talking or thinking. The color of the box indicates that this is a different perspective. And there was an eye. Something within like Hinata brain. He must have like some kind of like biochip or something in his head, I swear. Someone was like asking him the question. Like someone asked Hinata the question. The vacantly begins to pass by. Time vacantly begins to pass by. I wish it could just continue to pass like this. I have school tomorrow. When tomorrow comes, I will see everyone. By engulfing myself in the ordinary school life, I don't need to think. That's right. When tomorrow comes, everything will surely turn out fine. When tomorrow comes. Okay. And we have a dream again in the same place. Who abandoned that? Okay. So I've come here once again. This like these perspectives are so interesting. I loved how like they played with narration in Umineko and the perspective there. This is different. This is also playing with narration and the perspective of who's speaking and stuff. But this is so different than Umineko actually. This is more obvious, but at the same time less. It's weird to describe. So I've come here once again, even though I know no one is here. Even though I know there's no way she will be here. What am I looking for here? What do I want? Okay, is this a dream or is he like actually here? Did he went here? Because that was night actually, so he could just go here. Because of the clover, probably this is the place where he and his sister found the clover or something. This place is important to both of them somehow, I think. Let's see. Am I trying to create something out of the scattered fragments of my memories? What I truly desire is... Okay, yeah, you do not exist. This is a dream. Yeah, hi. Why did you escape? Why did you run away from your family?
お兄ちゃん、こんなとこで何やってるの？
何って別に。でも君は本当にムツキなの？夢や妄想ではないの？
No way, like you actually see, like... This is a dream, right?
そんなことどうでもいいでしょ？
よくないよ。ムツキが生きてるかどうか、僕はそれが知りたい。
知ってどうするつもり？
ね。
もし私が死んじゃってたら探しに来てくれないの？
Yeah, this is a dream. This is a dream.
だってそれは。
例えば私の死体がどこか遠くの見知らぬ異国で野ざらしになっていたとしたら、お兄ちゃんは引き取りに来。
そんな行くに決まってるだろ。
だったら私が生きてるか死んでるか、そんなことに肯定するなんて意味なくない？
She had a point.
ムツキ。
お兄ちゃんはただ今のままのモラトリアムに端的していたいだけでしょ。
I have no idea what the moratorium means. Help.
お前、言うにこと書いて、なんてこと。
いいのよ。私はどうせお兄ちゃんの夢の中に。
Yeah, I don't exist in dreams. Yeah, so this is a dream. But you're like conscious within his dreams. I swear you live in his brain or something. I swear. Like you became like a digital data or something and got like transferred to like Hinata's brain. I swear this is some kind of like weird shenanigans like this.
そんなことない。ムツキはきっとどこかにいる。そうだろ。君はそう言いたいんだろ。
Like he have like literally like conversation with like living Mutsuki like while dreaming.
月ウサギみたいに隠れてるのかもね。
え？
お兄
The rabbit in the moon.
月にウサギはいるの？
そんなこと。
Yeah, and he woke up, yeah. It seems I fell asleep on the sofa. That letter is spreading out before me, and lying by the letter are those small green pressed leaves. A clover. Normally there are 3 leaves, but there's a small chance it will mutate and have 4 to 5 leaves. There are 5 leaves clovers? I actually never heard about that. Or never saw actually any of this. Such vague DNA. It can survive when all that's left of it is vertebrae. Can't pronounce this word. Even so, the fact that it allows the species to continue existing so wonderfully means that rather than calling it vague, it could be called highly adaptable. What feeling is it that put into this clover? No matter how I look at it, it has no special qualities to it, save for the 4 leaves. Is there something hidden in the part I can see just by looking? Yeah, like for some reason your dad said like this is actually an important piece of the puzzle. Maybe your dad couldn't like discover it, and he like believes that you can do it. He said like your talent is like being analytic and stuff, so maybe he believes that Hinata can find his sister.
月ウサギみたいに隠れてるのかもね。
Yeah, but with a memory. There was some that didn't surface my mind. Perhaps that might be right. I put the clover in the now folded letter and gently put it back in the envelope. Right now it's past 3 at night. Such a strange time to wake up. I don't think I can go back to sleep again. It feels like the seconds of my day off couldn't crawl by slower. Anyway, just as I'm thinking I should take a shower and shut myself in my
お
room.
兄ちゃん、
Okay. Can hear her.
美月
I swear she's like in my fucking brain. I swear. There's no other explanation for this. And we had like in this Wikipedia and stuff like people turning into data and stuff, right? And we are like furious about this as well. Then of course no one else is there. Over there is what? Cluster 5. Oh, he went. Oh, my sister's room. Oh, there's a bunny. The lava lamp. Some doujins. 3 monitors. Why would like this setup be here in this room? Well, it's not occupied. Why would you leave it like that? For 2 years. It makes 0 sense. This part of the room makes no sense. This part of the room makes sense because it's like, I guess, a reminder and stuff. But why would you like leave PC like that? My sister's room, which has been deserted for nearly 2 years. Does that clean the dust out of this room on some of occasional days off? I feel like it does, but I don't really remember. Pajamas lie neatly folded on the bed as if waiting for their owner's eventual return, and beside them is a
お兄
bunny.
ちゃん、月にウサギはいるの？
Rabbits are Jesus, rabbits are going to like melt my brain. I swear, like if I will actually start doing some kind of like Fury crafting streams or whatever, if I will get so hooked up into this game like I did with Umineko and I start making like files and making some kind of connections, I swear like rabbits and the moons are going to be like fucking everywhere. Oh god. Okay.
ウサギ
That's a stuffed rabbit that should be exactly the same kind as the one I gave Sakuya. That's right, my sister loved this stuffed animal, calling it Moon Bunny. So this is exactly the same bunny that you gave to Sakuya before. I mean the same kind of the bunny, okay.
なんでここに
What do you mean? The instant I see the rabbit, despair assaults me. Why aren't you here? Huh? I mean, like, your sister? This is a very weird question, to be honest. Sudden weird question. Like, you're questioning why Mutsuki is not here or what? Anyway. Maybe trauma about Mutsuki, but weird question, regardless. The instant I see the rabbit, despair assaults me. My memories are disordered. Something I've tried not to understand and have purposely concealed within my consciousness suddenly rips from me. Okay, yeah, so like I said, he has some hidden memories in his consciousness.
どうして
Why Bunny is so depressing? Tears burst out of me like water from a broken dam. Just like I don't understand my own words, I don't understand the meaning of this outburst of tears. What's happening to me?
なんで僕を捨てた
Yeah, you have issues. Huh? What does that mean? Mutsuki abandoned me. I feel like this is like I think like Hinata is just coping here. Like, why you abandon me? What do you mean you abandoned here? I mean, yeah, she escaped, so I guess like I mean they're like twins and he looked up to his sister probably. Maybe felt dependent on her. She escaped and he just like think like, yeah, you abandoned me. Like, yeah, this is like natural reaction, I guess, yeah. While trying to fight off the headache so strong it feels like it could make me faint, the memory floats on the surface of my mind. A memory of when we're still young. Okay, back to memories. A girl rushed into my room while crying, only an orange nightlight illuminated the room.
パ
Okay.
パとママが遠いどこかへ行っちゃうの。それでムツキは一人ぼっちになっちゃって。
You had a nightmare, I see, okay. That's right, this boy and girl is me and my sister.
月は悪い夢を見たんだね。
お兄ちゃんはムツキを捨ててどこかへ行っちゃったりしないよね。
This is interesting. This is very similar to what Sakuya said. You won't go away, like you won't leave me. Right? This is very similar to what Sakuya said. Is there some correlation between Sakuya and Mutsuki, perhaps? Okay, quick random theory. Is it like I keep saying that like Hinata, like someone's messing up with Hinata brain and stuff? Is it possible like maybe Mutsuki somehow is trying to like possess Sakuya body? Something like that? Maybe? For some reason? Anyway.
しないよ。もううるさくって寝られやしないじゃないか。
本当？
You know, like there's like, for example, like there could be possibility like Mutsuki like discovered maybe like she's like ill and she cannot be like healed basically by the medicine that exists in this world. She discovered here like some terminal illness and she doesn't want to leave Hinata, so she escaped to find a way to survive, to actually, you know, find a cure. Or maybe she actually escaped to turn herself into digital data and tried to find a host that could be replacement for herself. That's why maybe that's why Sakuya said, I think that Sakuya said before that he needs a replacement for his sister. Maybe that was like actually Mutsuki's talking through Sakuya mouth. Huh. Huh. Sorry for a little bit of silence here, but I just had to like put it in my head a little bit. But yeah, random thoughts.
本当だってば。
Let's see how it will go.
何回目だよ。
But maybe that's why Sakuya feels so weird.
だって本当に怖かったんだもん。お兄ちゃん優しいよね。ありがとう。大好き。
When she said that, I found myself at the loss of words. But I couldn't bear her interrupting my peaceful sleep every time this happened. And so, being the kid I was, I devised a plan.
むつき、お兄ちゃんからクリスマスプレゼント。
Yeah, I got the same present.
本当？でも
いいよそんなことは。さ、開けてみな。
ドキドキするな。ワクワクするな。うわー、大きいウサギ。
Uh-huh.
うん、そうだ。むつき、ウサギ好きだろ？
大好き。お兄ちゃんの次に好き。
だったら、怖い時や寂しい時や辛い時は。
This is the same what he said back in the day to Sakuya as well. Think of this bunny as me. There's so many similarities between Mutsuki and Sakuya. It might be just like, you know, Hinata just like saying to Sakuya and like treating her like his sister maybe subconsciously. Or maybe there's something else with this. But that might be just his subconscious as well. You know, like he did it before, like there's like bunny situation with his sister. And then later he did the same for Sakuya because she reminded him of his sister. Or something, you know?
そうなの？
そうだ。そうしたら、そんな嫌な思いはどっかにすっ飛んでっちゃうからな。
そうなんだ。じゃあやってみるね。
今ここでやらなくても。
うにゅうにゅー。本当だ。すごく気持ちいいね。
It's just adorable. Damn.
月うさっていうか、なんか使い方間違ってない？
いいの。これはムツキの
Moon
月うさ
bunny.
だから。
The meaning behind the rabbit was stop waking me up in the middle of the night. It did the trick, as after that I ended up regularly sleeping like a log until morning. Let me remind myself what exactly everything in the rabbit was here. I see the Wonderland. Rabbit with the PocketWatch became the host, yeah. Chinese folklore. Linked to the jumping rabbit, yeah. Okay. Elixir of immortality. Moon rabbit produces moon rabbit. Moon rabbit. This rabbit, she called this rabbit moon rabbit. Produced elixir of immortality. Another suggestion for turning yourself into digital data? Perhaps? Interesting that she thought about this so young, or maybe that was just accidental name, but she made the connection later. Anyway, interesting. I'm probably overthinking stuff as usual, but if you follow my channel for a while, you know that I overthink stuff. Mochitsuki. The association of the rabbit pounding Mochitsuki came with the corruption for underworld with full Mochizuki. What was the name of one of the twins? The loud one. Wasn't her name ending with Zuki as well? Tsuki means moon. Okay. Mochi itself origin to the keep well, Tomochi referring the long shelf life, leading to Mochi becoming a symbol of permanence. This part is important, I think. I'm not entirely sure if these parts are important about Mochitsuki and Mochizuki. Also, Mochitsuki kind of sounds similar to Mutsuki. Right? Moon Rabbit. Like Mootski? Moon? Like parallel? Like, I don't know how kanji looked actually for both of these words, but maybe there's some similarity. Maybe this is some Japanese play with the names. Recorded in Kajiki for the them to show the mochi. Cause the mochi to turn into white bird. Okay, that doesn't make sense so far. For now, at least. We had no birds anywhere mentioned yet. Symbol of the permanence, white bird, just like thousand year crane, yeah. Ichiban US, yeah, okay. So out of this, I think the third part is the most important one that may actually mean something. Okay. So the trick, so after that I end up regularly sleeping like a log until morning, okay. But thanks to that, the money I'd worked so hard to save up went completely down the drain. Okay. Why you remember Sakuya now? I remember the conversation. I mean, okay, yeah, he remembered conversation because similar stuff happened with his sister. Yeah, I remember the conversation with Sakuya during the day. So I gave both Mutsuki and Sakuya rabbits as presents. Yeah, pretty much. Also, you said the girls usually stopped crying when you do this. That's why I've been like weirded out by that as well. Like, what do you mean? Like multiple. That seems to be the case, is the conclusion I've derived from sifting through my disordered memories. What did you find out? What did you find out? When I think back on it, I really was a kid back then. My sister stopped crying when I gave her that rabbit because Sakuya was a girl I thought the same trick would work on her. That's why I did that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what we know. That's why he did it. Like he said, like, it worked on others. Okay. Love. The rabbit is sitting all alone in the dark room. It's definitely the embodiment of me. Musk would always take this rabbit with her, even when she went outside, no matter when she went. And this time she left it alone here. Just like she left the home without taking him. Very interesting. But 2 years ago, you didn't take this rabbit with you. That's why I...
怖い時や寂しい時や辛い時はこれをお兄ちゃんだと思ってギュッて抱きしめるんだ。
Okay. Just like this rabbit, I sit all alone in the empty rooms because just like this rabbit, I was also abandoned by Mutsuki. The instant I realized she had been kidnapped and had instant run away from home on her own free will, something within me broke. And even since then, my sister had been dead to me. Oh wow. Yeah. Also, while your mother is in hospital, what we are going to catch on this?
おはようございます。6時のニュースです。
Okay, 6 news. Okay. Known the unknown. Known the unknown. Sounds like... Deja vu. So 6 news. My introspection has led me back to the living room. The passage of time had escaped me, even though I hadn't really been thinking about anything in particular. A multitude of thoughts and feelings continued to curse through me, back and forth, back and forth. Oh. Oh! Way to start the day, holy shit. I instantly felt the flow of time accelerating around me. It seems like I unconsciously turned on the TV. The current me just couldn't stand being in a house devoid of human voices. Oh! Shit! It's from our school! We are going to a new world. Oh, the Babylon? Oh shit. Are like people getting like brainwashed into thinking that if they die, they will enter the like eternal life in the digital world or something. Or maybe they are promised that by the fairy that they find in the game. Because there was a fairy that is rarely shown, right? Does it make a deal with them? Like, I will transfer your like souls or like data of your humanity into the game? Into the net? Okay, I have so many things I want to talk about. The broadcast intrudes into my half-asleep mind. I think this is the episode when I really got, like, it really took my attention. I mean, I've been interested before, but Jesus, this episode is insane. The uproar about the lunar eclipse several days ago had been just someone else's problem, but the news make me feel like the cold water has been thrown in my face. I sit down in front of the TV, and while I rub the sleep out of my eyes, I bring the auditory nerves in my ears to attention. Fortunately, I don't know the names of the people they announce. Okay, but
報告によりますと、現在のところ2人からは薬物反応は検出されておらず。
yeah. It's true that almost 20 days ago there was a suicide at school. My mind flashes back to the image of the Yoi-sensei normally calm, pleasant face full of sorrow. Okay, so that happened like again. Is this also some kind of omen? Is the strange phenomena that's been occurring around me begun to manifest in this form? If that's the case, then what a depressing tragic form for it to take. In the morning, there's assembly that the whole school attends, yeah. So we don't know the names. So these are not just some random people. But anyway, like, we're going to ascend to the new world. With a face full of bitterness, the school principal gives a cliched speech as usual. Illicit sexual relationships are forbidden. If you are troubled, then consult someone whenever it's a teacher or friend. Don't turn to drugs, and so on. Since the cause of death is unknown, the speech was doomed to lack any sort of persuasion from the start. How could it, with the true motives of the ones who committed suicide still being unknown? Even I don't know the reason why my sister left. No, it's more that I haven't tried to learn it. Yeah, pretty much, just left it like that. But this is different now. The desire to search it out, no matter what, is rolling up within me. Yeah. And your dad apparently believed that you can do it. I wonder if his dad is dead, actually. Maybe he's not dead, maybe he cannot just... In general, I wonder if we are going to see his dad ever again. When I look to the side, I see the girl with the yellow ribbons to both sides of her hair. Yeah, okay. Of her head hanging with gloom. It's Yumi, I think. Where's Sami? Okay, yeah, okay. At the very least, she's not next to her sister. But isn't that the junior's row? Wait, Yumi's my upperclassman? Wow. While ignoring the principal's speech, I nonchalantly surveyed my surroundings just then. Oh?
なんだもしかしてマスコミの車じゃないか
Of course the news truck will be here. I mean, the thing happened. So yeah, of course, like, there's going to be still news reporters for like different stations and stuff to cover the topic when they couldn't before or something. When I look, I see the outdoor broadcasting van with the parabolic antenna parking outside the school gates. Cameraman and the announcer holding microphone exit the van in succession. The principal's speech ends anticlimactically. A serious expression crosses the face of the Yoi-sensei, who is sitting next to the principal. We are immediately ordered to break up and are led back to our classrooms. As the principal mops the sweat off his forehead with his handkerchief, he quickly returns to the school building, accompanied by the vice principal and the other staff. Moments later, the newscaster chases after them. What is this? Manga? My sense of reality is fading away again. In the end, our morning classes all become self-study periods due to an urgent staff meeting. Okay. And the classroom is almost completely deserted. Most of my classmates decided to go home early, grumbling there was no point in coming here. Well, people on this CG are still the same, so none of them died. In that case, that's the case, then are the smartest students the ones who systematically skip classes by themselves? As I take on yet another crossword puzzle, I unconsciously listen to my classmates talking as always.
なあなあ、今度一緒にバビロン潜らへん？今晩あたりとか。
This is bad idea. No. Like this Babylon thing is like somehow connected to the issue.
明日とかならいいけど、今晩は勘弁。
なんでよ。偉大なる勇者チキチータ様が直々にバビロンを案内してやろうって言うてんやで。
Chiquita,
ここ
okay.
はありがたくうんと言うとこやろ。
なんだよそのハンドル。それにどうせ目当てはドロー経由のレムちゃんだろ。
あ、バレましたか。
ダメ。俺はああいうストーカーチックな連中に興味はないの。それよりジムで自己鍛錬してレベルを上げて少しは一人で外を歩いても平気になる。
Okay.
ジムか。チキチータぐらいになるとそんなところじゃ経験点入らへんしな。
だから言っただろ。俺は一人で潜るって。
へいへい。
Solo leveling.
普段からずっと潜りっぱなしってやつもいるんやろな。
そうなのか？
ほら5連休や。食う間も寝る間も惜しんでネット付けになるやつとかいるんや。
That's terrible. The fuck, you're going to just like, I mean, you're not going to die in 5 days if you don't eat or drink, but Jesus, you're going to be so exhausted. Your body is going to be so exhausted. Actually, wait, 5 days. Yeah, this is like barely like almost the limit for no water. I think like it's like average of like 6 days without drinking and then water and stuff that you can survive. Not sure, but I think that's the case.
そんなんトイレとかどうするんだよ。
ノートで入ってな。トイレやろうが食卓やろうがどこにでもぶら下げていく。んで5日ぐらいやったら年でも平気やろ。
Wow, okay. So I assume this Babylon thing is like virtual like reality game, but they just use it on laptops, so it's just like a normal game. It's not actually involving any like diving in like digital world. I assumed it was. I was wrong. Okay. That changes my perspective a bit, I guess.
そんなのお前だけだ。
あれみんな違うの？おかしいな。
Great. Even though their conversations are just as stupid as ever, I feel grateful for them today for some reason. They make me feel relieved, but why? Has something in my heart changed?
ねえねえさくちゃん、私さ昨日さ素敵な男の子にナンパされちゃった。
Did he now?
ナンパ？一体どこで？駅前の商店街？それとも都心へ行ったの？それであんた無事だったの？バビロン。
Okay, so you play too.
は？ほら、最近流行りのネット RPG。さくちゃんとこにも招待メール来てたでしょ？もしかして君はそこにいるの？とか。そうそう。だからそういう危ないリンク先やめろって言ったのに。さくちゃん知らないんだ。何が？バビロンは今一番トレンドなゲームなんだよ。ゲームを超えたリアル以上のリアル。
More real than reality.
現実。テレビや新聞でもやってるよ。
What the fuck does that even means? More real than reality. What the hell? This is a scary statement.
またあんたそんなメディアから決まりきった広告文句を仕入れてきちゃった。
I don't trust the Babylon thing.
いやでもほら本当なんだって。だから何が？今までのネットゲームってファンタジーとか SF が多かったじゃない？そうみたいね。でもバビロンは現実の東京に似た世界なの。もっとダークでいろんな冒険が待ってるんだけどね。
Okay.
私は毎日ミドリンから聞かされる話で十分大スペクタクルなアドベンチャーだな。それで今回の最終シナリオではロマンスがテーマになってるらしくって、
Yeah, that was mentioned before, the final scenario.
じゃないとクリアできないんだって。
Yeah, the man and woman can't clear it unless they are paired together. Interesting. Interesting. What is this final scenario?
はい、新手の出会い系？それで今晩は待ち合わせなんだよ。どこで？だから背徳都市バビロン。はあ、こら重症だわ。いいじゃない、たまの連休なんだから。え、まさか連休中どこへも行かずネットゲームやってるつもり？ちゃんと旅行に行くわよ。へえ、そうなんだ。健全。で、どこに行くの？だから絶望と歓喜の
Wow.
街バビロンってやらせないでよ。だからさくちゃんって好き。ところであんた、黄昏の貴公子の本はどうなっちゃったの？ん？ほら、あれはあれ、これはこれってことで、リアルのものはリアルに、バーチャルのものはバーチャルに返しなさいだっけ？
Render onto the rewards that which is real, and onto the virtual world those things that are virtual. Yeah, okay, makes sense.
それを言うなら、カエサルのものはカエサルに、神のものは神にでしょ？しかし現金ね、長生きするわ。
Okay, yeah, I know this quote actually. Yeah, I heard about this. I don't know exactly the circumstances of this quote or anything, but I remember this quote. This is actual quote. Give Caesar to what belongs to Caesar and to God what belongs to God, something like that.
ありがとう、さくちゃん。褒めたつもりはないんだけどな。
Is this foreshadowing? You will live a long life. I swear I'm starting to treating everything as death flux at this point. No one died yet outside of like I guess few people. Actually, yeah, but we don't know them. But yeah, like my brain just start hanging death flux. I swear. Everyone got obsessed with the Babylon, the network Babylon's in. Must vanish to the other side of that network. Did she find her reality there? Wait. Hinata, you said she escaped from, like, house. Now you say that she escaped to Babylon network? So to the game? So the escape was not actually like escaping physically but mentally? That's what was that all about, and you actually know about this? I'm confused. That was such a weird statement from Hinata.
こんなとこにいるのかな？
I don't know, Yayoi, what brings me to this place. My head hurts. I want to read more, but it's almost hour. I don't know what will happen next. What if something again crazy is going to happen and I will not be able to stop recording? A little bit more. We have to get this like letter from father out of the picture for the, like, I mean, we had to bring it into the picture actually and talk to Yayoi about this. How do you know my father?
弥生先生に会いたかったんです。
I decided to say that in order to steer her up a little. Sensei scratches her head as she stares off into space.
こりゃまた私の教師人生でもめったにないほどの
今日はふざけないんですね。
毎日だと飽きるだろ。それでもご希望と。
誰も望んで。
もう弥生困っちゃう。教師と生徒でそんな仲なのは許さ。
わざとやってるんですね。
当然だろ。
恋愛ごっこはあっちに置いといてですね。
つまらないな。
おととい僕のことシスコンだって言いましたよね。
私じゃない。君が自分で言ったんだ。
No, you did ask. Oh no, wait, he asked if he is. Yeah, he asked this. Yeah, he asked.
ひなた、君は自分の問題に正面から立ち向かえる。
そんな葉っぱかけたってダメです。自分が弱い人間なのはよく知ってますから。
ソクラテスは何と言った？
私は何も知らない。だが世の知識人に比べれば何も知らないことを知っている。もし私が彼らに勝っているとするなら、それを自覚していることだ。
ほう、ご名答。じゃあ
僕は少なくとも自分が弱いということを知っ。
そこまで分かってるなら次の一歩を踏み出せるんじゃないかな。
多分僕は真実を知るのが
私だってそうさ。でもね、ひなた、知っていても知らなくても現実というのは襲いかかってくる。
なすすべもなくやられてしまうでしょうね、その現実とやらに。
君はそうなりたいのか？君が望むのは看板の自殺なのか？日々を積極的に生きないのは毎日を殺しているのと同じだ。
Damn.
それは極論じゃないですか。
Although I say that, my voice isn't convincing. It feels as if there's something blocking my throat. Unfazed by this, as I continue talking.
君が60歳まで生きるとして、その人生の3分の1を無駄に過ごすと、君は20歳の誰かを殺したのと同じことになる。違うか？
Interesting perspective.
まさかそんな。
死んだような人生を送るな。君はまだ若い。これからいくらでもやり直しが効く。目覚めるんだ。いつまでも悪夢に浸ってるな。
Her voice is full of water. 3 people have lost their lives in 2 separate suicide incidents in the course of the month. Yoi Sensei had to experience both of them, and that burned her with such a great weight. Yeah.
悪夢に立ち向かう。
勇気を持て。
Sensei stands up and places her hands on my shoulders.
いや、君にしかできない。人間は皆意味を持って生まれて。
Is that shine in her eyes hope? Or are there tears?
いつか僕がもう少し頼れる大人になったら、
Huh.
先生の悩みを聞かせてください。
生言うんじゃないよ。
弾けませんか？
Have I seen somewhere else something similar to this pendant? Was something like looking like that been in Mutsuki's room? I'm going crazy right now, I'm sorry. I think like I'm like some G's are like messing up with my brain right now.
いや、なんというか。
I think I saw this like this somewhere, but maybe I don't.
こう
This? Sensei face is close to mine. I reach my hand out for Yoi Sensei arms, her hands still on my shoulders.
失礼します。ここにひなたくんが来てないかと思って。
Why you always find me in awkward situations?
いや、これは。
Sensei sighs, steals her head slightly and takes her hands on my shoulders.
せい。
うわ。
The world is spinning. Just as I think this, my back slams into the ground.
とまあこんな感じだ。ちゃんと受け身を取れよ、ひなた。教えただろ？
Wow. I can't speak or breathe. Pain spreads through my entire body.
先生
Sakuya doesn't understand either. My mouth spread flaps like a goldfish. Since I can move, Sensei walks behind me, wraps her arms around the area below my armpits, and pulls me up. But what is she? The fuck? I feel intense impact around my waist. At the same time, fireworks explode in front of me. Is this your Sensei's knee?
ひなた大丈
Sure. To cover up the situation, why not?
先生ひどいや。
おお、ちゃんと息ができるようになったじゃないか。じゃあまた具合悪く。
Is this how you treat your patients? I think I was saying this, but I managed to swallow my words.
夫よくわからないけど
ここは危険だ。一刻も早く退避しよ
Yeah, let's do it.
じゃあ弥生先生失礼します
じゃあな。また休
I
み明け
guess
に
Sakuya was here to find Hinata. She just assumed that he's going to be here. She looks a little lonely, but all I can do is run away from there as if I'm being dragged away. The timing of it couldn't have been worse, but the conversation is over. As I said, the issue was with my courage and resolution, so I will...
う。そういえば一昨日なんでサクはあの公園にいたんだ？
Yeah, when we're like searching for the rabbit, for the little girl there. I asked her something that's been bugging me this whole time.
ああなんでって偶然って言ったでしょ
Was it though?
本当の偶然なんてない。プログラムだって乱数の定義が決まってないし、サクヤと僕があそこで出会ったのは何か意味があるはずだ。
Huh. I mean, he's not wrong about the definition of true random number generator. Like, programs do not really truly randomly generate numbers.
またまたそんな柄にもなくロマンティックなことを言っちゃって
Why does it feel like I've been asked a physics problem? It's true that recent theoretical physics have been treading into the domain of the philosophy and religion, but to think it's connected to love is just ridiculous.
じゃあ聞くけどひなたはどうしてあそこにいたの
なんだか落ち着くんだ。小さい頃からあそこで遊んでたからかもしれない。
Yeah,
そうなんだ私はほらなんていうか
there's bunnies. You like bunnies. Yeah, we know.
そうあそこにはほらウサギちゃんがいるから
Okay.
うさぎちゃんね。
Is Sakuya really going to tell me her motive was for going there right here, just like that?
ほら私ウサギ大好きだしひなたもウサギと戯れてたじゃない
あれはまあそういうことになるのかな。
Perhaps Sakuya and I are most similar than I thought. We played together in that park, since it's a part of our primal scenery. It might continue to remain in our minds for the rest of our lives. I also remember that part when I said, when I was Fury crafting about the moon rabbit and the elixir of immortality turning into digital data and stuff. Another piece for this. Remember how I've been confused how Sakuya said do you not like my bunny ear hairstyle? Is that another suggestion of being immortal or something in some way? You know? She's important. She's more important than I thought, probably. Unless I'm just being played. And she's not important at all. And it will shatter everything, I think. You wouldn't be surprised. It might continue to remain in our lives for the rest of our lives. Okay. The
サ
park.
クヤはおじさんとの関係はそれなりにうまくいってるの？
もう さっきから何変なことばっかり。
僕はうまくいってないからさ。そっちはどうなのかと思って。おじさんすごく怒りっぽかったじゃない？
いつでも厳しいよ。すぐ私のやることなすこと全部ダメダメダメって。
Okay. I can imagine him saying something like that.
僕にだけ辛く当たってたわけじゃないのか。昨夜も大変だな。
ほんとそうなんだからね。自分の都合で家のことは全部決めちゃうし。
へえ。
あの分からずや、いつか家出してやるんだから。
I swear you're somehow connected to Mutsuki. I swear to God. Run away from home? Another hinting toward Mutsuki? I swear you are somehow fucking connected to her. I swear you are the same person, or like she's like inhabiting you or something. I swear. There's something weird with this. Am I going crazy? Yep, I haven't heard that one before. But she's never done anything like that in the past, and I could never see her doing so in the future. Is it simply the result of her being at the rebellious
それ
age?
でも昨夜は家事全般やってるんだよね。
うん。うち小さい頃からお母さんいないから。それでお父さんは仕事以外は何もできない。
じゃあまさか昨夜が？
うん。他に誰がいるっていうの？
あ、いや、そういう意味じゃなくて。
So, when all's said and done, she really does take care of her father. Her saying I will run away from home is probably her way of letting off steam. That's why I think she easily tolerates what he does.
研究はお父さんじゃなくて、ひなたの面倒を見てあげようかな。
え？
何？嫌なの？
そんなことないけど。おじさんはどうするの？
聞いてなかったの？出張よ出張。もう最悪。どこにも連れてってなんかもらえないし。
Business trip, you say? What a coincidence that our father is also on a trip, apparently. Do they know each other? Is there a connection between them? That's why her father was so antagonistic towards Hinata before. There's some connection. Mr. Kohana going with the Sakuya to an amusement park, being as obstinate as he is. I can't imagine that, or rather, it's more like I don't want to imagine that.
昨夜のうちもそうだったっけ？
そうだよ。しっかりしてよね、少年。
誰の真似だよ、それ。
え？誰って弥生先生に決まってるじゃない。
Okay. Also, he's on a business trip. Did Hinata said to Sakuya at any point that his father is on business trip or something? I don't think so. You're on the same situation as I am. Why Sakuya does not question that? Saying like, wait, like your father is on business trip? What do you mean? Or like, maybe not what do you mean, but like, oh, so your father also was on the business trip? Something like that, you know, just like question that, basically. That would be normal, I guess. Because I don't think Hinata told her that he's not in home for a longer period of time. Ah.
ちょっと待ちなさいよ。
She just walk off.
一本背負いなんてもうごめんだね。
もうそんなとこまで真似しないわよ。
Wow.
そうだか。女は信用できない。
なんでそうなるの？それじゃお父さんと一緒じゃない。
川原のおじさん。
もっともお父さんが信用できないのは周り中の人間みたいだけど。
はあ、そうなんだ。
え、私はお父さんはいつも信じられるのは科学と
Always says the only ones I can do are science and you. Okay. Oh, great. So you have a man who's both a stereotypical overprotective father and a stereotypical mad scientist. Maybe that is still a part of the group. Yeah, that's what I think.
そうじゃなくて、昨夜は誰かのこと信用してるの？
それは
Wait, are you blushing now? Yeah. You dance. Accept everything you said. Is that really that kind of question? Like, figure it out, man. Like, come on. This is why I don't get girls.
あのさ、話は変わら。
なったよね、電話。
Okay. Oh, voice mail.
もうお兄ちゃん何こんなところでラビーとラブラブしちゃってるのよ。でも待ちくたびれてるんだからね。
Ah. Message from Babylon?
何これ、お兄ちゃんラビー？
Ah. Oh, wait. We blocked the number. She cannot contact us with our phone, so she contacted us with with Sakuya phone. Oh. Oh. Are we going to meet our sister in Babylon actually? We're going to play this game? What is happening?
ちょっと貸して。
ちょっと勝手にアドレスとか覗かない。
Maybe it's time to unblock the number. I check the sender address. Mutsuki, yeah. Anuaki.com?
どうしたの？
なんで着信拒否にしてないの？
Yeah.
なんでする必要があるの？
それは。
Because I've been averting my eyes from the truth up until now, yeah. But now we are going to accept it.
それより、昨夜はこのアドレス確認。
アドレスって。
Uh-huh. So Sakuya noticed it too.
からのメール。なんか混乱しちゃってるのよね。
混乱？
Hmm?
単にダイレクトメールみたいな時もあれば、今みたいに話しかけてくることもあるし。
Oh, so it sent more stuff to you, but we don't know because we blocked this. Oh. Can we see these emails?
本当にムツキなの？
気になるよね。ひなたのとこには似たようなの来てないの？
Yeah, but we blocked this pretty much instantly.
僕のとこ。
Last time, all I'm being able to do is parrot Sakuya words like an idiot.
ああ、着信拒否。
Yeah, pretty much.
情けないの？
そうだね。どうしたの？
I'm going to increase volume for characters. Probably my ear is going to bleed, but it'll be easier like for you probably later after I edit everything. Like the soundtrack and the characters had pretty much the same audio. Like this is not good.
おかしいよ。
何が？
今日のひなた、素直すぎる。最近ずっとそんな感じだけど。
悪い？
むしろ良くなった感じ。
We're back to how you used to be.
無理してないっていうか、肩意地張ってないっていう。
無理してたのか？
なんていうか、無理して大人
To
になる。
try to grow up. But I've been too childish. That's why I've always thought I had to grow up. That's why I told you since when I grow up.
私思うんだけど、年相応の行動をすることが本当の大人ってことなんじゃないのかな。
Huh.
年相応？
無理して大人のふりしても、かえって子供っぽさばっかり目立っちゃう。
Act your age. Play the game. Have fun. Oh god, I don't like this. We're going to play Babylon 100%.
本当の意味で大人になること。
ひなたが本当にしたいことは何なの？ずっと心の底に
Who's the fairy? Who's the lamb?
したいこと。
I don't know. I've been trying hard to figure that out myself.
じゃあ、昨夜は何がしたいの？
何って、私はいいの。
よくないよ。
私はだいたいいつもしたいことをする。
Yeah, just hung up with you.
聞こえない
Hung out with you.
それでいいのよ。聞こえないように言ったんだから。
We are going to play Babylon, she's going to play with us. 100%.
なんだよそれ勝手だな
Even though she doesn't like the idea.
女心は秋の空なの。
I don't really get it. I'm pretty sure she's got the expression all wrong.
それよりいい機会なんだし、この連休中にできる限りのことしようよ。
できる限りって
All I can.
もうどうしてこう自分の周りのこととなるといきなり鈍くなるのかな。わざとでしょう。わざとなんでしょう。
Sadly, he's not.
どうしたの何怒ってるの
怒ってません。
Yeah, he's dumb for some stuff.
そんな目をつり上げて言われても説得力な
悪うござい
He
ません、
obviously likes you.
釣り目は生まれつきです。
Wow.
聞こえてた
とにかく今度こそむつきちゃんを探すわよ。
でもどうして昨夜が
いつまで経ってもひなたが煮え切らないからでしょ。
Uh-huh.
僕が
いい？むつきちゃんは私にとっても幼馴染なの。親友なの。だから私はこの連休中むつきちゃんを探すから。
Interesting, okay.
急にそんなこと言われてもどうやって
どうやってでも。こうなったら目的のためには手段は選ばないわ。
Going to answer back the emails, maybe?
昨夜顔
いいの、決めたから。だからひなたは協力してくれるんだよね。当然だよね。血を分けたお兄ちゃんだもんね。わあ、ありがとう。
Wow.
それは
じゃあそういうことで。楽しみだな。
Normally, she would be giving me such a headache right now. But right now,
晴れてきてね。
the sun peeps through rifts of clouds, shining brightly on Sakuya's face, revealing her girlish features that mark her age so well. Her expression is far too radiant for me. Finally had no headaches. Inviting a fairy, oh my god, we are going to dive into the Babylon. And we're going to meet the mysterious fairy. Oh my god. What if the fairy is actually Mutsuki or something? I had so many thoughts during this episode. I take the bus to school in the morning, attend classes or not, depending on my mood, go to infantry and then go to home to pass the remaining time. Yeah, that's the usual things you do. But we'll leave this, like, the events of the night for the next episode. Thank you for watching. There's been a lot of stuff I talked about and my head hurts. I think we might at some point start doing some kind of like Fury crafting videos or streams or files or whatever, or maybe I will just like post on Discord basically my Fury crafting ideas, because I used to do this on Umineko as well. I've been like on Discord and just like writing down all like Furies and stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Comments are yours. Click that like button if you liked the episode. Subscribe for more. Check my Discord. And become a member if you'd like to support me and see episodes earlier. Thank you once again. And from Pocket Watch, I was going out.